Welcome back, everyone, to the Temple of Technology. I am your host, Scott James Magner, the idiot with a microphone. I am the idiot, and this is my microphone. I'll introduce a special new kind of video I'll be hosting here on the channel. It's called So Here's the Deal. So here's the deal. I have been collecting physical media for many years, and although I take joy just from having it, my collection is often neglected in favor of the demands of my daily life. In my house, I have thousands of books, games, albums, movies, and other cool stuff. This video series is an attempt to share my passion for collecting and to connect with others that enjoy the same things. So here's the deal. We'll have a few different types of episodes. First of which is the hot take, in which I will take 5 minutes to discuss something I may or may not necessarily own, but I'm seeing for the first time. A variant of the hot take is a first look, in which I'll play a game or video game for the very first time. Next up are the deep dive. A deep dive is an in-depth review of a single piece of media, usually about 30 minutes in length, and we'll go into what I'll cover in a deep dive a little bit later. An expanded version of the deep dive is a film festa retrospective, in which is an hour-long exploration of usually long-form video content, but it can be books, it can be music, it can be something that's not a single instance, it's a collection of things. It's usually tied together by a single actor, writer, director, or a character. I could talk about James Bond movies, for example. And going further from that, we'll have creator cons, which will be long-form, no time limit interviews with artist, actor, author, or other creator of physical media, usually in support of a recent or upcoming release. I myself am a science fiction author, and I also make video games. I'll be talking to people who do the same sorts of things. So here's the deal. Each episode will have a few different sections. First up is an overview where we'll talk about the physical release of the media that I own, any alternate versions, and my specific relationship to the piece. We'll also discuss production details, any related trivia, and if available, I'll read the Wikipedia summary for that object. Our first impressions of the media are very important. We'll try to capture those. We'll talk a lot about when we first encountered it, when we first picked up or bought, the object in general, and what we feel about it, how it continues to make us feel. We'll then move on to expanded coverage, in which we'll talk about the greater universe mythology of the item. This is our section to cover any cool personal takeaways or tie the media into the greater works of the artist. And we'll go on to final thoughts, in which we'll share the most important things people should take away from the subject of the video. I will often have guests who will share the journey with me, but sometimes I'll do solo videos. It's never a guarantee that I can find somebody else who likes the things that I like. And that's about it for now. This has been, of course, a first look, a hot take on the hot take. That is, so here's the deal. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoy the next video. I mentioned this is an RS Entertainment webcast rather. RS Entertainment is the small press that I own and operate. I don't monetize any of my streams. I typically don't own the content that I talk about. But what I do own is this small press. And why that's important is because that's where you can buy some books. RSEntertainment.com is a progressive publisher who focuses on independent authors and the stories that they tell. We have all sorts of different kinds of books up there. And at RSEntertainment.com, you can pick them up. You can get a free one of my books there. You can see books by my friends, clients whose books I worked on, or in general, things that I think are important to share with the greater universe. So that's my sales pitch. If you want to support the stream, buy some books. Don't have to be mine, could be anybody's. But that's my pitch. That's what I want you to do. And I'll see you next time on So Here's the Deal. Thank you very much, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.